Greetings. My name is Mohamed KHALED. I'm the ambassador of Algeria to Ethiopia, the permanent representative to the African Union and UNICA, and incoming chair of the African Union Peace and Security Council for the month of August 2026. It is my great honor to present the program of work of the Algerian presidency of the Peace and Security Council. This is Algeria's second presidency since its election to the Peace and Security Council in 2025. In steadfast alignment with our commitment to Pan-Africanism and to the principle of African solutions to African problems, we have structured this program around three major priorities and objectives. One, to assess the state of peace and security in Africa from various perspectives, with the aim of identifying the continent's key challenges and exploring practical solutions. Two, to address crisis situations, particularly through effective deployment on the ground. Three, to strengthen coordination among the PSC and other African Union organs to enhance the AU's effectiveness in achieving peace and security across the continent. To achieve these objectives, we have planned 12 meetings, of which 9 at ambassadorial level and 1 field mission focusing on the following issues. The first meeting, scheduled for August 3rd, will bring together PSC members, AU member states, and partners to discuss education in conflict situations from a practical perspective. The PSC will review the implementation status of previous decisions and propose concrete solutions to address the challenges hindering the access to education during times of crisis. On Wednesday, August 5, the PSC will focus on the latest political and security developments in South Sudan ahead of the country's upcoming elections, which constitute a historic milestone in the state-building process that requires the support of the Continental Organization. The PSC will receive a briefing from the C5 following its ministerial mission last July in Juba, as well as from the Special Envoy, former President of Tanzania, His Excellency Jakaya Kikwete. For its third meeting, the Military Staff Committee will meet on August 6 to review the implementation of the Memorandum of Understanding between the AU, the regional economic communities, and the regional mechanisms on the African Standby Force as adopted by the AU Assembly of Heads of State and Government in February 2026, reinforcing our capacity for self-reliant security responses. The meeting on August 7 will be dedicated to the situation in the Sahel region, which continues to face serious security challenges and has become the continent's epicenter of terrorism, violent extremism, and cross-border crime. The PSC at ambassadorial level will take stock of latest developments in the region and the measures undertaken by the AUC to combat this interconnected scourge. On August 12, the PSC will assess the progress made in silencing the guns in Africa, with a view to revitalizing this flagship project of Agenda 2063. 3 consultations will be held between the Peace and Security Council and the AGA-APSA platform and the Permanent Representatives Committee on Human Rights on August 14, the Pan-African Parliament on August 19, and the African Commission on Human and People's Rights on August 21st. These meetings will consolidate cooperation with these AU organs and platforms in addressing, through concrete action plan, issues related to peace, security, governance, human rights, and socio-economic development across the continent. From 15 to 17 August, the PSC will undertake a field mission to Sudan, where the Council will engage with the Sudanese authorities, civil society, and political stakeholders to assess the situation on the ground and explore Sudanese-led pathways toward ending the ongoing tragic armed conflict causing considerable damage on the country and its population. The humanitarian situation will be one of the major axes of this field mission, which marks the PSC's return to Sudan 2 years after its last engagement in Port Sudan. As part of the implementation of the decision taken during Algeria's PSC presidency in August 2025, the PSC will hold the following meetings. First, on August 24, the PSC will meet with the AU Counterterrorism Center, AFRIPOL, CISA, and APRM to discuss ways to improve the Continental Early Warning System, a key pillar of the African Peace and Security Architecture, APSA. The objective is to accelerate the transition from warning to action, a process culminate in the validation of technical tools to enhance the effectiveness of the early warning system. Second, on August 25, the PSC Subcommittee on Counterterrorism will consider the guidelines on the listing and delisting as one of the recommendations of the AU Champion for Combating Terrorism and Violent Extremism in Africa, President of Algeria, His Excellency Abdelmajid Tebboune. Lastly, on August 26, the African members of the United Nations Security Council, known as A3, will brief the PSC on the status of the implementation of the conclusions of the high-level seminar on peace and security in Africa, the Oran process, held annually at ministerial level in Algeria. This final meeting under Algeria's presidency will provide an opportunity for the PSC and the A3 to engage on ways to strengthen African common priorities, positions, and interests within the UN Security Council. In addition to these meetings, and in its capacity as chair of the AU PSC for the month of August, Algeria will participate to several important AU meetings such as the 5th Continental Dialogue on Youth, Peace and Security in Bujumbura, the 2nd political meeting of the AGA-APSA platform in Addis Ababa, and last but not least, the extraordinary session of the AU Assembly of Heads of State and Government in Luanda, dedicated to conflict prevention and resolution. In conclusion, this program, adopted by the PSC, builds upon the agenda of our 2025 chairmanship. It has been prepared in accordance with the mandate of the PSC, the principal decision-making organs of the APSA. It was designed as well to enhance its effectiveness and invigorate its activities through concrete initiatives aimed at making a meaningful contribution to the AU's response to the most pressing challenges facing the African continent. I invite all African citizens to closely follow the outcomes of these meetings, either through official African Union platforms, PSC communiques, or Amani Africa publications. Let us continue working together toward peaceful, united, and prosperous Africa. I thank you.